Hello YouTube, back again with another video. Definitely made this video, like talked about this in the past, but I'm revisiting it today. First of all, for you guys that have been initiated, this video is definitely going to be one of those videos where I don't pull any punches. Let me explain something. I'm gonna share with y'all a little story here. Recently, there's this Haitian female that hit me up. She sent me a photo in private message. She said, "This is how I do it. This is what my family showed me, and this is how we do it." Now, I said to her, that is true voodoo. That is a real voodoo. When your family passes it down to you, that is true voodoo. I've had monkey business guys come to me telling me that, oh, I'm not initiated. Wait. Hold on. Let me say this to you. This tradition in my family goes back decades and generations. There has been no severance in this tradition in my bloodline. Both sides of my families, this stuff has been in both sides of my family. Mother's side of my family, father's side of my family. So we Haitians, we know that you get loi bon maman and loi bon papa, which means there's ancestors on your mother's side and there's ancestors in your father's side. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so this thing is just, you could just say it goes deeper than just a ritual practice itself. This is something that's imbued in even into my blood, into my DNA, and even deep into my spirit. So, for a lot of these people talking about, well, oh, I got my initiation. Who initiated you? Wait. Let me explain something. Real Haitian voodoo is in your house. It's practiced in your house. Not in someone's laku, not in someone's, societe. Societes are cool, and these societies are cool, but at the end of the day, it's practiced in your house. Let's just say this. Voodoo has moved away from the house and it has become ritualized. Where per se people did this thing for necessity back in the day, where today it is more of what you say a ritual, where it has lost its original meaning of how when you're in your house, your mother tells you, or your father tells you, or if it's your grandmother, grandfather, he tells you how to do these things. It's amazing. Because today, I've basically seen this photo for this lady who calls herself a Mombo. What is it? Mombo Victoria or something like that? Yes, I'm going to call names. I guess she's Russian or something like that. I looked on her page whatsoever, and I saw, I guess, an arrangement in her cover photo of basically, she had the Trois Femmes d'Egypte with Legba on the side of the Trois Femmes d'Egypte, and then you go up above, you have Ezerly next to Legba, and this and that. So you got a bunch of confusion going there. Photos. I mean, I had another guy I was doing work for in Germany once. I looked at his altar. He had basically, what they call it, the Catholic counterpart for Bosu Twakon. You know what I'm saying? With Met Kafu and all these other, just confusion, utter nonsense. I say this. There is a deep science to understanding what you're doing, and this is the thing about initiation. When people get initiated whatsoever, and most of the time that are not family whatsoever, that are not already go through the process of learning in family, when you go out to learn from someone else, most of the time people don't care, especially in this voodoo community. People don't care, and a lot of white folks don't understand this. A lot of them, they're very enthusiastic about learning whatsoever, but they don't understand how this community is. A lot of Haitians will tell you a lot of fucking Bokos and a lot of Wungas, a lot of Mombos are full of shit. There's a lot of people that have wasted thousands of dollars in this community. Yes, let me just say this. This video may be pulled down from a lot of groups. Oh, Voodoo, Vodou, whatsoever. They basically took down one of my videos. So I'm expecting, for me saying the stuff that I'm saying, I don't believe these videos, this video is going to stay up on many groups' walls. Probably, who knows? These fucking people who don't even want the truth out here, they basically making money off of people. And then when somebody comes up and starts talking the truth, they're basically silenced. Well, I'm a type of person, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to put it like this. A lot of people in the Haitian community know what I just said is true. There's many of you who've basically that I've worked for that told me that you spend thousands of dollars. And for me to step into your life and basically do a couple of things for you, and you've seen the changes. You know, so and I didn't even charge that crazy amount that they charge y'all. So a lot of y'all know that there's a lot of fuckery in this business. You know what I mean? In this, well, you can say business, community, whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know? But I say this, for initiation, let's talk about it now. Konzo, people talking about Konzo this, Konzo that. If I'm correct, Konzo, you know, I mean, if Konzo is done right, then basically whatever I say this, if it's done right, you're saying, well, you know what, you're not in my family, but I'm going to take you in as my, let's just say, initiate. You know, you are starting off as my Wunsi, whatever. Now, if you're doing it in that way whatsoever, you know, then that's fine. But my whole thing is this: you have to teach the person. You have to teach the person and to basically grow up. This is not just a one-time thing. The person's working with you, working with you, working with you, working with you. And as time goes on, they start evolving. Then they can basically, you know, spread their wings and fly and go do their own thing. You know, but in the same token, but the problem today is a lot of people are not groomed. They're just left with rituals, never to evolve to become a master of their own destiny. You know, your initiation is basically designed, is basically there to basically allow you to be the master of your own destiny, to be in control of your life. You know, to understand how the spirit world works and how the spirits work. You know, there's a lot of people that's been initiated, you know, and it's like, wow, you know, you don't know how to speak, you don't know how to communicate with spirits, you don't know the rituals behind them, you don't know how to read veves, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things there's a lot of people that go about claiming these superficial titles that they don't know. They don't know what, you know, there's a lot of things they don't know, you know, and it's just sad that a lot of people come about saying, oh, well, you know, I'm a Wunga, this and that, and, you know, and people believe this, and they get work done by these people, and they actually end up losing thousands of dollars. This stuff is true, you know? I mean, so when it boils down to initiation, I definitely say this, you know, people got to understand that true initiation is something that's in your house. You know, that's where you're really going to learn it, you know, with a person not, because think about it, a person who is in your family, you want the best for them, so you're not going to lie to them. You have nothing, you know, and you're not charging them anything. It's because they're your flesh and blood, and you want to basically see them prosper and be successful at everything they do, so you're not going to lie to them. You know, again, there's a lot of people with these false, phony titles that's basically giving these racketeer initiations, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to mention this. This lady just mixed up all these photos. Like, you know, the thing is, I doubt any of them were powered up because she looks like a fairly positive person. What she got is basically a bunch of dead rituals, because anyone that's experienced will know that you cannot mix all these goddamn photos together, especially if they're active. If they're not, okay. If you're just doing it for show, that's fine and dandy. But when you're talking about real power, nah, man. You know, again, a lot of people don't know what they're doing in this community. And just because someone has gotten initiation does not mean that they know anything. So I'd say for you viewers that are not into that bullshit getting initiated whatsoever, you know what I'm saying, or you're not into that stuff, and you've been doing this as a tradition from home, keep on doing what you're doing. Like my grandfather said, he was a Wunga in La Plaine, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. He said to my father, and if you want to research my grandfather, who he was, his name was LeonardElmera. He passed away about 10 years ago at the age of 99. He was a Wunga he was a Wunga in La Plaine. You know what I'm saying? And he told my father and his brothers never, let me just put his correct word, Pamashekai Wunga. He said never go to Wungas for anything. Don't go to their house whatsoever. Don't go to their peristyles. Don't go to their lakus. Nothing. Because he understood the fuckery that was in the community of voodoo, and and he understood that a lot of people get abused. You know, the power. You know, people in this community are on a power trip. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up out here how many people are basically, their lives are destroyed because of this shit. So with that said, I conclude this video. Hopefully this was informative. Like and subscribe.